Hey, welcome back to Down the Rabbit Hole. I am your host, Alexis Burton, and today we're going to do things a little bit different. I have had several people, clients, subscribers inquire more about EMDR therapy, and I thought there would be no better way to explain it than to actually show it to you. So my sweet dear friend and colleague Elizabeth Bartlett with Hope Springs Counseling agreed to do EMDR on myself. So I will be the client in this episode, and it is raw and authentic and very vulnerable for me to do, but I really wanted everybody to see kind of what it was like to experience EMDR, because it's really kind of hard to explain, and everybody does it different as far as how they process. So this is just how I process this specific memory, which I will give you context. I am in this clip will be processing a recent breakup that I had, and it is that the target memory is the breakup, and I do complete it to the end, so you will get a good synopsis of kind of the experience of EMDR and kind of what it looks like, at least from my perspective. So without further ado, here is my experience, intimate experience with EMDR.
So today we decided to reprocess the memory of your most recent breakup to help you with that feeling of not being able to express your needs or your boundaries, especially in moments of being triggered. Right? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to begin for me by sort of showing me, giving me a visual description of the image of that memory. Can you describe for me, when you bring up that memory, what image comes to mind?
So the memory for me is, let me talk a little bit about what happened that day, just to give you context. I had a medical appointment, and I have medical trauma that I need to EMDR. But so I had to drive in the dark, which, you know, I'm blind in one eye, so that's very stressful for me. And then I had to go to a medical appointment and not know what, you know, having cancer twice kind of puts you a little triggered. So I was having some suicidal ideation, and I texted him on my way to the appointment, or after I got to the appointment, which was about 30 minutes away, and I was just like, do you ever just think, why are we doing this? Why I don't, like, I was kind of just like, I'm tired of having this stress of, is there something else medically wrong with me? Like, and what kind of bad news am I getting this, you know, like, so anyway, and his response was kind of like, we'll talk about it when you get home. Well, I had to come to work directly after the appointment, and I got good news, so I was able to kind of process through that myself, and all of the things. Anyway, when I got home, poured a glass of wine, sat down, and he just looked at me and said, you know, what's going on? And I was like, so I explained, well, you know, I have medical trauma, you know that I don't like driving in the dark, you know that all of those things. I said, and I was triggered, and I was just kind of overwhelmed and just kind of whatever. And he basically looked at me and said, I'm done. You're too much. I can't do this anymore. You rely on me for your happiness, and that's not fair to me. And I was just kind of like, so I think really the hardest part was the realization of sitting there and thinking, wow, you just showed me who you really are. Mm-hmm. Like, mm-hmm. I had a really vulnerable moment and was trying to process through that with my partner, and he left me, he abandoned me, and he just literally just said, fuck you, I'm out. Not in those words, but, you know, like, and moved out the next day. And never saw him again. Literally. Never heard, never saw him from, that was it. Wow. Like, so discard.
Yeah. And I guess that felt familiar.
Very. Okay. Yes, very familiar.
All right.
There's a pattern. There's several patterns there.
I grab some more things from my room. Sorry. The recording's gonna have to be edited.
Oh yeah, and it will be. That's fine.
It's already to not be in my room. I left my book and everything. All that paper. Okay. So I'm gonna ask that same question again then, and we'll jump into reprocessing. What's the image, the visual image?
Sitting on the couch and hearing him say, "You're too much. I can't do this anymore. I'm not responsible for your happiness."
Okay. Thanks. Alexis, after we activate the memory, we're going to be doing some tapper buzzing. Between the sets, I'm going to check in with you about what you're experiencing. Please tell me what you notice each time we pause. Sometimes things will change, and as you know, sometimes they won't. There are no supposed to's. Can't do it wrong, girl, so just let whatever happens happen, okay? You report to me and I'll follow your lead. So, what words go best with that picture of you sitting on the couch? What words that express a negative belief about yourself right now?
What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with me? Okay, and when you bring up that picture, what would you prefer to believe about yourself instead?
That I am enough. I think that I'm like, that it wasn't me. Or it wasn't all me. I don't, just, there's nothing wrong with me.
There's nothing wrong. And maybe that the reality that this relationship isn't working doesn't indicate there's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me even though this isn't working.
Right.
Okay. When you bring up that picture of you sitting on the sofa, how true do the words, "there's nothing wrong with me," feel to you right now on a scale of 1 to 7?
1 being true, 7 being false, or
Yeah,
7?
sorry.
No, I was mixed up.
1 being totally false and 7 being completely true. How true do the
Probably
words
4.
feel right now?
Probably a
4?
4.
Yeah? Okay. And when you bring up that picture and the words, "what's wrong with me?" What emotions do you feel right now?
I feel a little anxiety, sadness, frustration.
On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 is really disturbing and 0 is not at all, or neutral. Where do you feel that memory right now?
Well, it's pretty, probably 7. 6 or 7 for
Where do you feel that in your body?
In my chest.
Your chest. Okay. I'd like you to notice that area in your chest, and we're going to start there. Just let that feeling go anywhere it needs to go in your body, okay? Deep breath. What are you noticing?
I just kept hearing he used me
Oh. Okay.
over and over.
Please keep noticing. Deep breath.
So I jumped back to the two previous relationships. Like the one before him and then the one before him, which is over a span of years, and it was the patterns.
Okay, let's go with that. Can you keep noticing? Thank you.
Ooh, the money. They all stole money from me.
Oh,
They
that's
all
a
stole.
pattern.
So they literally all stole money, large amounts of money from me, all
Okay.
3 of them, and what it just was like they used me, and then it was like thinking about them, all the money that I mean, I'm not one driven for money, so it's like, I don't know.
But your brain is noticing
But
that
my
was something
my
that was
brain
lost.
is definitely picking up that pattern of they all stole large amounts of money from me.
Please keep noticing. Deep breath.
It honestly went back to that first relationship and the physical abuse. Putting hands on me and pushing and, you know, slapping glasses off my, like just the, and then the yelling and all. No, not the most recent one, he didn't really, he had anger issues, he didn't really yell, but the 2 before that were like, just the emotional unintelligence, for lack of a better description, just, I guess my brain's picking patterns.
Are you seeing images of the scenes?
Yes.
Are you hearing voices? What is it that's coming up most?
This last one was me being in the living room at my house and him pushing me up against a wall and then throwing me on the couch and slapping my glasses off my face while he was screaming at me. I can't tell you what the fight was about,
But
just
you can
how
see
little
yourself.
I felt, how
Can you notice yourself
Small.
in that memory for me?
small, I just feel really small and like a wounded bird.
Can you notice that? The size of your body in the memory and the image? Deep breath.
I felt myself wanting to do that as I was.
Yeah.
And also I heard, why am I putting up with this?
Interesting.
Literally.
Yeah, okay.
Like, why am I putting up with this?
Can you turn the volume up on that? What you're hearing this time as you notice. Thank you. Good job. Let's keep going with that for a minute. Let's just keep noticing. Let's just roll with that. I can see there's a lot of reaction. Let's keep noticing. It's just another piece of the story, old stuff. noticing?
So first it went to, I asked myself, why am I putting up with that? And I immediately got, because you're afraid to be alone. And then I immediately got, because you don't think you can do any better. And then this is where it got a little bit harder. It flipped to my brain surgery. And prior to brain surgery, my eye was straight. And when I woke up from brain surgery, because of the optic nerve and the removal, my eye muscle was weak, so it is lazy. It looks lazy now. And my husband at the time, and my mother, and my sisters, and all of my friends at the time, as I'm looking in the mirror post-surgery, I said, what's wrong with my eye? It looks weird. I'm picturing, like I was picturing looking in the mirror going, there's something, and my husband's next to me in the bathroom, I'm like, there's something wrong with my eye. What's wrong with my eye? And they all lied. They all said, no, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And I think as I process that maybe my worth is attached to a physical appearance. And that was a moment where it changed drastically for me.
Where did you feel that in your body?
Everything's always in my chest. Throat too. I feel very,
Can you notice your throat for me right now? Is the intensity of the tapper okay for you, Alexis? Deep breath. What are you noticing?
I flashed back to my childhood. First memory was me at about 12 years old wearing my mother's tight bodycon dress with a room full of boys trying to get attention, sexual attention, because I felt that was my only worth, was my sex appeal. And then I flashed even further back to being little, and my sister calling me a fat cow, making fun of my weight, just being me.
Can you keep noticing for me?
I just want to be heard and seen. I just want to be heard. I want somebody to understand me. Why does nobody understand me?
Was that your adult voice or your child voice that you heard?
The child voice. It's my inner child. Why does nobody understand me? Why am I so different?
That's all. Notice that.
I went back to probably 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th grade. It was almost every year, really. Grade in Canada, we called it grading day. Last day of school when you got your report card, of course, long before digital era.
Yeah.
Running home crying, sobbing because I got D's and E's and it was always, she talks too much, she does not take criticism well, and my sister would get, A's and B's, and I remember hearing, what's wrong with you?
Notice that, please. Please notice whose voice it is that's speaking. Let's just keep staying with that one.
And then it flipped to my dad, not saying anything, just him, and an overwhelming feeling of wanting attention
From him. Needing support, it sounds like.
Yeah, just wanting to be loved.
Where do you feel that?
My chest, my throat, really bad.
Can you go there? Let's notice that. Let's really hyper focus on that area in your body if you can. Deep breath. What did you notice?
That I first had the urge to want to scream.
Let's go with that. I want you to do it in your mind, out loud, whichever you choose, but as loud as you can. Now I want to ask you to turn the volume up, like rock concert. One more time, turn it up again. Let's go again, one more time, turn it up again. Just listen. Deep breath. What did you notice?
I screamed, "Why don't you love me? Why don't you love me?" To my whole family, standing in front of me, in a whole pitch black room.
How did that feel?
It was a release and sadness all at the same time.
Can you notice that for a minute? Let's just sit with that. In that black room.
It's like I'm invisible. It's like they don't even see me. I'm literally invisible.
Notice that, please. Deep breath. What are you noticing?
God.
Let's notice that for a minute. Deep breath.
I got clarification. It wasn't God. Higher self was what I was corrected in my mind, which made me giggle. And then I immediately thought I had to go through this.
Notice that. Deep breath.
The inner dialogue is, and I always notice this and I always find it very weird, but it talks to me like you, not I. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it says, you were always loved,
Yeah.
just not, they were not able to show you or in the way that you needed,
Very good.
or they couldn't love me. And then, but it's like you were, not I was. It's very strange, my inner dialogue.
You were always loved.
You were always loved, just not in the way that you needed.
Can you notice that one more time? Deep breath.
I just kept hearing it wasn't their fault.
Isn't it?
It wasn't their fault.
I want to return to target with you. When we bring up the image of the original memory, on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is no disturbance and 10 is very high, what do you feel right now?
But honestly, thinking about him, I feel it in my body.
What number would you give it?
Probably a 5
Where do you feel that?
in my chest. Like
Let's go
What?
there. Notice that, please.
it's like anxiety.
There it is again. Notice that. Label that. Good job. Deep breath.
Weird with the whole you. What I heard, this is what I heard. You loved him unconditionally.
Let's notice that.
But it was more of a focus on potential. If that makes sense. Like I saw his soul before he could see it.
Can you notice that? That thought. You loved him unconditionally.
like my family, he was unable to love me the way I needed to be loved.
Good noticing. Please keep noticing that. Thank you, brain. Deep breath.
I heard it's okay to love someone and let them go.
Let's notice that. Deep breath.
I did everything I could.
Would you like to let it go?
I would like to let it go.
Let's notice that. Deep breath.
So when you said that, and I went in, I don't know if you're familiar with Reiki, but we do cord cutting, and literally, it was like this giant pair of scissors, and it was this cord connecting here on me to him, and I just cut it.
Do you notice anything in your body?
I feel no more anxiety. Like that
That space?
is gone.
Can
it's
you
like,
notice that?
yeah, it's
Let's
calmer.
notice that. Deep breath.
I heard love yourself.
Can you turn the volume up on that? Thank you. Rock concert. What are you noticing?
Choose you, love you, choose you, love you.
Oh, there you are. It's a tune now. I want you
Yeah.
to just jam out to it. Make your own concert. Turn the volume up as loud as you can in your brain. It's the auditorium. Loop it. Play with it. Have fun. It's your creation. It's maybe like an anthem. What are you noticing?
A whole bunch of affirmations popping up.
Cool, very
But in
cool.
like a, I am beautiful, I am loved, I am like in a tune, kind of, yeah, like I'm totally in concert mode, like just kind of like a.
That's good. Let's go.
A beat.
Let's integrate the whole body in the experience and just notice as you're hearing and listening what you're feeling in your body, please. And let's go all the way from the top of the body all the way to the tippy toes and notice. The pleasure, the excitement, all the feelings, all the spaces. Maybe this is the birth of the new neural network. Maybe this is a decision point for your brain. Maybe just notice all the new awakening and all the feels. And be fully in it with your body as much as possible. What do you notice?
Extreme excitement. I'm like, you know, like, like my body's really tense, but in a not a bad way. It's like yes. You know,
so
like
powerful.
it's so weird, but like that's what it is. It's like it's the same feeling I get when I feel when I'm manifesting.
There it is. Please notice that it's a manifesting in your neural network. What you believe to be true about yourself. Thanks for noticing. Deep breath.
I feel like the image I got was me standing outside and this looking up at the sun, or my eyes are closed, but just feeling that warmth, almost like a hug.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like a hug from God, almost. Like it's just like Mother Earth, like wrapping.
Well, let's notice that again. Why not? Deep breath.
I'm in nature.
Ah.
Trees. I'm surrounded by trees and like just Mother Nature and just being outside and
So
just
calm.
Calm.
Thanks. Can I ask you once more to return to target? When you bring up the image of that memory, when you experience it right now, on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is no disturbance and 10 is really, really high, where are you at?
Maybe a 2.
Yeah?
Like I don't.
Where do you feel that in your body?
Nowhere.
Okay.
Really, I'm so relaxed
It's
right
a
now.
2.
I'm like,
You don't even know.
I'm kind of like.
What's stopping it from being a 0?
So what I heard just then when you asked was, sometimes we need the reminder.
Did you notice that for me?
It's almost like an accountability. Like that's what I keep hearing is like, kind of like, if I took it away, if we took it completely away, would you remember the lesson?
Is it you holding yourself accountable?
I think so.
So
Like
it's a
I think
personal
it's-
standard for yourself?
Yeah, I think
Is that
it's-
new?
Yeah,
What is
that's
that,
weird.
please? What's new for you?
That's
a new
really
neural
weird.
network you just created.
Yeah, that's a bit strange.
Oh. Can be. Yeah. It could come from you though, so that's okay, right? Okay. Yeah, thanks. Can I ask you to notice that really, really positive thought that you and I had talked about at the beginning? That replacement thought. So instead of thinking what's wrong with me, there's absolutely nothing wrong with me. On a scale of 0 to 7, where 7 is totally true, how are you feeling right now?
I'm probably at a 6
Okay, where do you feel that in your body?
in my chest.
Can you notice that chest for me?
Yeah.
Thanks. And the thought at the same time, noticing, please, there's absolutely nothing wrong with me. What do you notice?
I just keep like almost empowerment. Like I'm powerful. I am just a lot of affirmations.
Oh, the anthem again?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like-
Okay, can we loop it through?
Yeah.
Let's loop it through. Please notice. Or ADHD thing you're doing there, you're layering your content. That's fun. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, what are you noticing?
I'm worthy.
Very good. Thank you for noticing. Can we replace there's absolutely nothing wrong with me as the positive thought with I am worthy? Okay, when you notice that thought, I am worthy, and you bring on the memory, 0 is not true, 7 is totally fucking true. Where are we at right now?
We're at a 7.
We're at a 7. Notice
We
that
are at
for
a
me.
7.
Yeah, please notice. Where are you feeling your body? So if you can find it, look hard.
I noticed the smile
Okay.
and the excitement. It's still that deep excitement.
Thanks. Can we just richly enjoy that one more time in the fullest way? Please let that neural network expand and grow to its fullest capacity with all of your willingness and encouragement. You birthed a whole new part of your self-concept. Just enjoying that, please. Deep breath. Yeah. Good job, Alexis. I'm going to ask you to do our body scan now. Can we just begin to notice for me what you're experiencing in this moment? Going from the top of your head, moving all the way down, holding in mind all the work you've done today.
Loose. I feel like,
That's
you
cool.
know, like
Yeah.
kind of just like I let go of a lot of tension. You
Big
know, like
release.
it was like a big release.
Can you notice that with me for a moment?
Yes.
And we're going to slow that processing speed down while we're noticing. And kind of just in installation phase, allow that neural network to become enriched. And really installing it as a full body experience for you. You can talk about your body and the connection to your sense of self. So I would invite you to please generously notice the sense of your beautiful body and all its worthiness and all of this space, receiving all of your attention and focus because you are worthy of love as you need to be loved. Maybe noticing that new connection to your body that you found. Deep breath.
It feels like calm space.
Literally.
Yeah, literally, it's the same as calm space. It's the same
Thank
feeling.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
You've
just like,
did a rich work today.
yeah, I was kind of like, yeah, you're
You
good.
came here in safe space.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
cool.
exactly what it feels like.
How cool. Do you want to notice that one more time?
No,
We're
it's
good
pretty
here.
good.
Thanks for working with
No,
me today.
Thank you so much.
This is a fully processed target memory.
Thank you.
Look
Sweet
at
baby
you.
Jesus.
Oh, man, that was cool.
Thank you for the love and support. I so appreciate it. Please subscribe, like, share, send any emails, any questions, comments, please feel free. And also, you know, if you have any questions about the EMDR process, again, please reach out. I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions. And a big, huge thank you to Elizabeth from Hope Springs Counseling, who is an amazing therapist. So until next time.